All right, so we just finished up a video on our Voyager of the Seas, a review of that ship. But we talked about our itinerary, which was a 7-night Greek Isles cruise. Figure we dig in a little bit deeper if you're wondering if that cruise is right for you, and give you our thoughts on it.
So this cruise started in Rome. Um, I recommend that you spend some days in Rome before you get on the cruise.
Yeah, I mean, we've been to Rome before, and we still did it. It's a good way to get acclimated to the time zone and enjoy everything Rome has to offer, which is a lot. It's
Yeah,
an
a
awesome
lot.
city. Yeah, so don't just go there, fly into Rome, and hop on the ship. You're cheating yourself. The first stop was Naples. What'd you think of Naples?
I wasn't crazy about Naples. Um, Thought it wasn't the cleanest city. Wasn't a whole lot to do. But they did have some really good pizza. And if you've seen that movie Eat, Pray, Love, you need to go to that pizza place,
Yeah, which
which I can't remember the name.
which you can't remember, but we'll put it. You'll see it on here. We'll look it up. It was pretty good. What I will say about Naples is we last time we went to Italy, we went to Capri, we went to Pompeii, and we went to Sorrento. Those are three things that you can get to from Naples fairly easily, and they're all a lot more interesting than Naples, in our opinion.
Yes.
So we decided to just explore Naples because we really hadn't done it before. That was a mistake. We should have gone back to one of the other places. I would have picked going back to Sorrento. I just love the feeling of being in Sorrento and being in that little seaside town. But Capri is amazing, and Pompeii
Pompeii, yeah, if you're into history.
is good too. So Naples is a great stop. We just did the wrong thing at Naples. All right, next one was Sicily.
Yes, Sicily. We went to this cute little town called Taormina. A lot of walking in that little town. It's a lot of kind of hilly. We also went to Mount Etna, which I would recommend both places highly.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. Sicily is definitely like a place we need to go back to. Sicily is huge, and we spent 10 hours there, but I loved it too. Then we ended up in Santorini shortly after that.
Yes, I was so excited to go to Santorini. I've been wanting to go there for quite some time. The whole tender thing to get over there and to get up into Santorini was quite the fiasco. Yes.
It was not well run, and it didn't seem like it was our ship hosing things up. They were getting people on the land as soon as they could. So at Santorini, you're brought to the bottom of a big cliff, and you got to get to the top somehow. So it's Santorini, and they had cable cars bringing people up, but it was slow moving. My recommendation at Santorini would be do a ship-based tour because you'll get off first. We did a tour, but not through the ship, and we had to wait forever. And the other thing is at Santorini, you can take mules up to the top.
Yeah.
And you can do that. It was actually pretty cheap. I misread the sign and thought it was super expensive, and it'd be a fun way to get to the top, and it'll save you some time.
Yeah.
But Santorini, Jackie's right. It's a beautiful town. She loved it, and it's another place we'll probably go back to. We ate there and walked there and drank there. It was
Took
nice.
lots of pictures there. It's so pretty.
All right, and then Ephesus I think was my biggest pleasant surprise of the trip.
Yes, I was pleasantly surprised that it's not more talked about, I guess, like because of all the history that place has.
Yeah, the history there is amazing. I'm not a biblical scholar or anything close to it, but the connections to the Bible are special. All the different civilizations that were there, Greek, Roman, Byzantine, I can't remember. But you'd stand in some fields and there'd be a building that was 2,000 years old next to a building that was 1,400 years old next to a building that was 800 years old.
It's very cool.
It was wild. And then we visited other places in Turkey while we were there. So if you do Ephesus, do more than Ephesus. We went to a
Pottery place.
right. It was a family-run pottery place that had been for hundreds of years.
And the carpet, Turkish rugs.
Right. And we ate Turkish food while we were there. There was like homemade Turkish food. It was amazing. We had a private driver there, and we'll put his contact info below. But he brought us to some awesome places, and I was blown away.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah. Probably one of the most special places I've ever been. So Ephesus, which we were not thinking was going to be special, was my highlight of the cruise. And that says a lot because Santorini and Sicily were amazing. And then we still had one more stop. We had Mykonos.
Mm-hmm. Mykonos is, it was enjoyable. Um,
Yeah, I think what she's struggling to say is Santorini was amazing. Taormina in Sicily was amazing, and Mykonos is sort of the same kind of vibe, and it wasn't as amazing. But if you hadn't been to those other two places first, we would have been
yeah,
like, "Oh my God, Mykonos!"
they did have the windmills there, which was a big draw for people.
Yeah, and we did a tour around the perimeter. It was really cool to see the island. Very barren,
Yeah,
like almost desert-like. Right? I mean,
right.
there wasn't much green, but there were a lot of flowers.
Yeah.
But again, it was cool. It was really neat.
Yes.
And on most cruises, it would have been one of our favorite stops. On this cruise, there were just some other spectacular stops. Right, and then it wrapped up where?
In Athens.
Yeah, so it was a one-way cruise, Rome to Athens.
And we spent some time in Athens afterwards, which we would both highly recommend you do as well. Athens is a very, very cool city, very crowded, but lots of history again there. Lots of places to go visit there.
We loved the cruise, and I would say that every one of the stops you get off at, you should eat local food. Like even Naples, we weren't crazy about, but the pizza there was like the best ever. Sicily, I forget what we ate, but in Taormina we stopped at a little corner shop, and munched on foods there that were great. They were like little local foods that were spectacular.
I had Sicilian pizza in Sicily.
Right, had the Sicilian pizza. Ephesus, we ate local Turkish food. Just eat the local food there.
Yeah.
The souvlaki was great in Mykonos. And then we had gyros.
Gyros, yeah, they were so good.
Yeah, in Santorini.
Santorini, yep.
Yeah. So eat the local food. It's great. Every one of those stops was awesome. We highly recommend it. Maybe my favorite cruise itinerary ever.
Yes. If you want any reach out to us if you want some tips on places to stop when you're in one of those ports.
Yeah, and we will follow this up with a video on each stop later once we get caught up on the rest of our travels here. But yeah, in the meantime, we'd be happy to answer any questions and give you any suggestions. All right, Voyager to Seas, 7-night Greek Isles tour. We loved it, and we highly recommend it.
Yes, definitely.
Ciao.
Ciao. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up, and we'd love it if you subscribe to the Sunshine Vagabonds channel below. Thanks.